My name is Erica Barber, and I'm a board member with the Illinois chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. On behalf of AFSP and the Illinois Chapter Board, I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 Out of the Darkness Chicagoland Experience. We realize our event looks a little different this year, and although we are not able to connect in person, in keeping with our guidelines to keep everyone safe, we are able to offer this virtual program that still can provide support, connection, and hope. In addition to our virtual program that will run throughout the day today and through tomorrow morning, we encourage you to walk in your own communities, practicing social distancing guidelines, and continuing to raise awareness for this greater cause and to honor ourselves and those we love. Even before the pandemic, but especially now, AFSP has led the conversation in voicing the importance of taking care of our mental health. That recommendation can serve us beyond the pandemic and beyond the current challenges we are all facing. They are suggestions that can help safeguard and protect our mental health, whether we ourselves are struggling with mental health conditions, if we are concerned for someone who may be struggling, whether we've lost someone we love to suicide, really for all of us. As you walk today with your teams or on your own, consider taking on a new management tool for your mental health toolkit. Some ideas include setting healthy boundaries, including limiting exposure to news channels and media outlets, and especially before bedtime. Get outside to read a book, listen to music, or take a walk in nature where you're really paying attention to the sights and sounds and smells around you. Volunteer for a cause that fits your passion. If it's been more than 2 years since your loss or your attempt, consider volunteering for the Illinois chapter of AFSP and learn how to present some of our suicide prevention programs in the community. Or register as a field advocate. It's one of the easiest ways you can raise your support for mental health and suicide prevention legislation at the state and local levels. You can find out more about the Field Advocate Program and volunteer opportunities with the Illinois chapter at afspil.org. Recognize that social distancing doesn't mean social isolating. Continue to reach out to friends and family via FaceTime, phone calls, or safely in person. And finally, recognize that reaching out for help in times of struggle is truly a sign of strength. Reach out to someone you trust. Contact a mental health provider. Many are offering virtual sessions right now as well. And keep the numbers to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and the Crisis Text Line handy. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline phone number is 1-800-273-TALK or 8255, and the crisis text line can be accessed by texting the word TALK, T-A-L-K, to 741-741. At this time, I invite you to join me in a moment of silence as we remember those we have lost to suicide and whom we walk in memory and tribute to today. As we reflect on how much we all matter, we all have a place here, and how much we recognize that no matter what our challenges are and where we are on our healing journeys, we are not alone. In fact, we are part of a greater community, and you are part of an extended AFSP family who walks with you today and every day. Please join me now in that moment of silent reflection. On behalf of everyone at AFSP Illinois, thank you for participating in the Out of the Darkness Chicagoland experience. We're really glad you're all with us here today.
Hello, Chicagoland. I'm Mike Lama, Senior Vice President for Development and Field Management for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and I want to welcome you to the Chicagoland Out of the Darkness experience. While we are disappointed not to be together in person at Montrose Park, I am glad we can come together virtually to fight suicide. I'd like to thank our Chicagoland experience sponsors, those that have been with us over the years, and the new ones who are supporting us for the first time this year. I'd also like to thank our hardworking staff and incredible volunteers who work so hard to put on the experience and work to prevent suicide in Illinois every day. But most of all, I want to thank our participants and donors who are supporting us through these challenging times. We know times are not easy, and we are grateful for your support. Be sure to join the virtual community discussions today and tomorrow, as they will provide connection, community, and hope. By joining our nationwide movement, you're helping to raise funds to support AFSP's vital programs, including research, education, advocacy, and hope and comfort to those touched by suicide. During the pandemic, our work is needed now more than ever. I look forward to joining you in person next year. Until then, stay safe, and thanks again for participating in the Chicagoland Out of the Darkness experience.